So guys, welcome back to the channel, and guess what's happening? Even before the launch of Assassin's Creed Shadows, Ubisoft is cleaning house. The purge, friends, has begun. And let's just check it out because this is just incredible. Here from Fandom Post we have two incredible articles. Ubisoft shuts down another studio and lays off around 185 people. That's right, Tom Phillips at Eurogamer reports that Ubisoft is shutting down Ubisoft Leamington. If you actually search this on Google, you will find the actual article here. There we go, Eurogamer. So there we are, guys. Ubisoft announces studio closure as it lays off 185 staff. Leamington closed as targeted restructuring hit other teams. This was published on the 27th of January, guys. Oh my god, this is happening. And there's more studios. Look at this. A small number of the Leamington staff will be retained under remote contracts. Additionally, Ubisoft offices in Düsseldorf, which is in Germany, Stockholm, and the Newcastle-based Ubisoft Reflections will be downsized as well. It says the following: unfortunately, this should impact 185 employees overall. We are deeply grateful for their contributions and are committed to supporting them through their transition. Guys, this is what I was talking about a few months ago, that Ubisoft is not going to survive this because of a simple reason. These people need more than just one amazing game like Assassin's Creed Shadows to save them, because they have too many flops. They had too many flops over too many years. The most recent ones are, of course, Skull and Bones, Star Wars Outlaws, and the latest one, which was the X-Defiant, which all of them basically flopped. They did not make profit for the company, they made losses for the company. On top of Ubisoft Leamington, as you can see here, obviously we had this here before, a Ubisoft spokesman confirmed the closure and layoffs. It says the following: as part of our ongoing efforts to prioritize projects and reduce costs that ensure long-term stability at Ubisoft, we have announced targeted restructuring at Ubisoft Düsseldorf, Ubisoft Stockholm, and Ubisoft Reflections, and the permanent closure of Ubisoft Leamington site. As you can see, guys, this is crazy. So at the same time, it announced that it will be closing also San Francisco and Osaka production studios. So we're not done yet, more is going to come. Furthermore, the company shared it would be ramping down its Sydney production site as well. Which is just crazy. Ubisoft shared that 143 people to be laid off in the San Francisco and a combined 134 in Osaka and Sydney. So doing the math, we have that this is almost 300 people, plus the 180 people, as you can see here, is effectively 185. So we're looking at almost 500 people being laid off over the next months. 1 or 2 months, which is crazy, right? But there's more, guys. There is more. Before we look at the letter from the CEO, Yves Guillemot, we have a new article here, which is also quite crazy. And this one here says, let me just go back here, which is on the top page here, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just go back to the article. And we have this one here. Ubisoft is rumored, this is a rumor, so obviously take it with a pinch of salt, but nonetheless, guys, the problem is still here. Ubisoft is facing a massive problem. So let's just check out the response that the leaked response or memo from the CEO of the company. Here we have a leaked email from Ubisoft CEO to Ubisoft employees. I'm not sure if this is going to show the source or not. Yeah, we have it here. Exclusive. This was 4th of December. Exclusive Yves Guillemot internal memo about X-Defiant closure and the future of Ubisoft. And yeah, in this particular leak, he's saying the following: the entire industry is facing similar difficult decisions. You know, yeah, the extra organization has allowed us to limit the impact. We will continue working on evolving our organization to adapt it to market change and with a long-term perspective in mind. So effectively, they are saying that, yeah, we are pretty much screwed. We don't have enough money. We have to cut costs. But guys, this is just the beginning of the problem, because the actual problem we have here is that Ubisoft has been producing very poor quality games for quite a while now. Star Wars Outlaws, even when the game released on Steam, the maximum concurrent player peak was 2,492 people. That is very low for a AAA game. I know the game launched first on the Ubisoft platform. But when the game launched on Steam, it launched even with a discount. I believe like it was like what, 15 to 20% discount, and even with that, it did not sell. That was a problem. Now we have another problem here, guys. So YouTube's translation for the host of the YouTube channel Origami, which is this one here, I think it's in French. He's saying the following: in recent days at Ubisoft Montpellier, we are transporting boxes one floor to another, and it's just quite a symbol because it's of a dissolution. All right, that's right. Yeah, it is quite a symbol because it is that of dissolution, not announced to the public, but completed of the of the team Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. And maybe even the biggest disaster for Ubisoft was the infamous Skull and Bones. As you guys know, they were advertising this game as a quadruple A game, quadruple A, which costed about $600 to $850 million to make the game. Do you think this company will ever recover this money? No, it's impossible because people are not playing it. I mean, just looking at the Steam charts for this particular game, on Steam, again, I don't know the Ubisoft, accounts, whatever, or PlayStation or Xbox, but here we can tell, I mean, there's literally 100 people playing right now. The peak was 2,615. For a game as a service, this is really bad. This is horrendous. I mean, game as a service like this one, you need to really have at least 10,000 people on a daily basis without the updates. When the update drops, you can have maybe 20, 30, 50,000 people, of course, which is normal. But if you don't have a stable 10,000 people playing the game on a daily basis, then effectively your game as a service is pretty much dead in the water. So Ubisoft is having a big issue right now. And even more crazy, guys, is this. I mean, we just have this article here, which just made me laugh so hard. Assassin's Creed Shadows devs want you to know that Yasuke isn't even an assassin, and that means he's not getting any of the classic assassin abilities. So you're playing an assassin game where Yasuke, which he is actually not even an assassin, because, he is the samurai, so to speak, right? Again, it just goes to show that they shoehorned Yasuke into the game just for the sake of the diversity points. And I'm really sorry, I'm sure there's going to be people here who are going to disagree with me. There are going to be people who are going to tell me that, no, Yasuke definitely belongs in the story and is absolutely fine and stuff. I mean, that's fine. That's your opinion. I respect that. But honestly, for me, it's just too damn obvious. Every single time I see these statements, it's just clear that they added Yasuke because it was their window to effectively try to navigate themselves through the game and kind of find an excuse for every mistake they make. They're like, well, yeah, well, because you are seeing the world through the eyes of Yasuke, he's a foreigner, so, we are excused. We are excused of these behaviors or these mistakes because it's Yasuke's interpretation of the world, right? You see, like, they're kind of like using him as a scapegoat, pretty much, which is just crazy, right? We have here, right? Look at this one. Yasuke, but he's clear that he works with Philip Wagner's Naoe, but he's not an assassin, and he doesn't have to be. That means that he's not likely to have access to the kind of combat or stealth tools that Naoe does. The split design forced Ubisoft to always embrace the reality that these two characters are completely different. Yeah, while it goes against the Assassin's Creed traditional, this tangential relationship with the assassin is far from unheard of. A major character through Assassin's Creed Black Flag and Rogue is not an assassin. Leme Com Toys point off to Barnabas, the ship captain from Assassin's Creed Odyssey, as another character who plays a central role in who is never actually an assassin. Yasuke is much more involved in the story of Shadows than Barnabas was in Odyssey, but he doesn't have to be an assassin. He has his own motivation and core beliefs that align with Naoe's, and off they go. Pretty much, right? Yes. But again, I mean, look at this, right? Like, someone who can find his way into a distinctly Japanese story without having to wholly understand the Japanese culture. So again, they are using the character. This is a 4D chess Ubisoft tried to play with us, right? They are using this character as an excuse to basically try to push the way he thinks in the game so that they are excused of any mistake they made, because they can say, oh, because it is Yasuke's way of thinking. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Personally, I don't really care much about this, but I just find it hilarious, to be honest. I just find this hilarious that they're actually telling you that the main protagonist or the co-protagonist is not even an assassin, and he doesn't want to do anything with the assassins. He just has aligned interests with the assassins. So yeah, there you go, there you have it. But anyway guys, that's it for today's video. Ubisoft is actually right now going through a lot of difficult problems, and you know, to be honest, I mean, they did this to themselves. They spent the last 2 years releasing games which are basically repetitive, broken, boring, and quite bloated. They were very bloated, and the cost to make these games, they never made back the profit, and that's the problem. When you release 3 different games and each of these games do not bring you a high amount of profit, you are screwed as a company because you will not get funding. When you already want to make another game, the investors are going to say, why would we give you money? Why would we give you loans if we know for a fact that you are not going to be able to produce profit for us? Common sense. Then literally people abandon Ubisoft, the share price goes down, and the company has to sell. I mean, they did this to themselves. Literally, it was a self-inflicted wound, and obviously they cannot blame anyone for it because they did this literally to their own selves out of sheer hubris. I have no idea, but literally the management of this company is absolutely terrible right now because they have no idea how to drive a company. They're driving it into the ground at an accelerated race. I mean, this is just crazy. It goes super fast, and guys, it's crazy. Now, will they shut down the other studios after the release of the game? Maybe, it could be possible. I mean, after March, literally everything is on the table. After the game releases in March, that's when things are going to go down. That's when literally things are going to go down serious, and Ubisoft may actually cease to exist as it is right now by the end of the year. Guys, as always, see you later in the next one.